Good afternoon, I guess, at this point.
Good evening.
I want to thank all of you for being here today. I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge a number of people who have taken their time out to be here. First of all, to my colleagues in state government, my friend and colleague for 16 years, Speaker Fox. Very happy to have you here. Leader Mattiello, my good friends in the General Assembly and the Finance Committee, thank you for being here.
Okay.
I would like to also introduce my family. My brothers, who are Alan, Damien, Gregory, and Joseph. Today here with me is Gregory, Joseph, and Damien. Thank you for being here. And of course, my mother. We are 5 of 7 sons. Yes, 7 boys, born to Vincent and Maria Costantino. My mother, the foundation of our family, who worked tremendously in bringing up a family of 7 kids in very difficult times. And then when she had to, worked as an aide at the Providence Health Centers. She's here today. Mom, you've been a source of inspiration to me. And although my father passed away some years ago, he remains an important part of our lives and is with us always. My parents' brood of 7 boys may seem large, but it pales to the comparison to the 12 children born to my grandparents. My grandparents came to Providence from Italy, immigrants seeking America's promise. My grandfather, who died actually the year I was born, worked tirelessly in a factory to provide for his family and build a life in the United States and in this great city, Providence. After his passing, my grandmother, a former mill owner, lived with us. She was a kind and loving woman who had a great influence in my upbringing. She had so little and yet gave so much, instilling in me the values of generosity and compassion. My grandparents' commitment to hard work passed heartily to the next generation. My father, an auto body mechanic and service manager at former Chris Cadillac, is where he worked and dedicated his entire life for his family. Outside of his job, his passions involved family and politics. I watched him intently as he became a member of the ward committee and campaigns for candidates. His interest in politics and public service ignited a passion in me, and his political advice and my mother's strong political advice has always been, be honest, be direct, be decisive. My brothers and I continue our parents' traditions of hard work and commitment to family, just as thousands of Providence residents emulate the generations before them. This is the fabric of this great city we call Providence. I have called Providence home all my life. This is the city where I played sports, bought penny candy at Mercurio's Market, watched the movies downtown at the Majestic, and shopped with my grandmother at Shepherd's. My first job was here. Actually, every job was here. And while many young people left to pursue degrees and careers out of the state, from elementary school to Providence College, I remained a resident of Providence. I stayed here because this is my home and this is the city I love. We stand here today at Prospect Park, where the views are not only beautiful, but telling. They tell the story of a diverse and remarkable city, from Westminster to the waterfront, from Blackstone Boulevard to the Armory, from the Jewelry District to the North End, and from Broad Street to Federal Hill. The people in these neighborhoods, their traditions, their inspiration and ideas are what make our city rich. We are rich in culture. We are rich in history and rich in resiliency. The people of this city have met and overcome many challenges. We are resilient and we are proud. We have much in Providence. We boast renowned institutions of higher education and thousands of successful large and small businesses. We have diverse neighborhoods comprised of families from across the globe, Latinos, Asians, Africans, and Europeans. And we take pride in a wonderful arts community and growing tourism industry. We have much, but we struggle much. As in the case in most cities across this great nation of ours, Providence is facing high unemployment. People are struggling to find jobs, to meet the needs of their families, and to afford health care to pay for their basic utilities. The city is facing foreclosure issues. Houses on the west side, the east side, and the south side sit empty or boarded up, while families have been forced to seek less desirable but affordable apartments, or in some cases, driven to shelters. And empty offices and buildings plague our city, lying idle while industries pass us by, while water fire burns brightly, attracting thousands into our city. We must remember those who live, work, and raise their families here. For our city to thrive, we must craft long-term plans to create economic opportunities, develop sustainable jobs, ensure a quality education for every student, and provide simple-to-use city services to make their use pleasurable, not painful. Short-term fixes are not solutions. Long-term planning creates viable solutions. And yet, the time to study is over. The time to act on those plans must begin. Today I stand before you, a person wholly dedicated to leading this city, a person who believes entirely in its potential for economic growth, and a person who will work diligently to create opportunities for its bright and prosperous future. I stand before you today to announce my candidacy for the office of Mayor of Providence. Thank you very much. As mayor, the people of Providence and the progress of this city will be my priorities. I will put forward creative ideas and craft innovative approaches to encourage progress with persistence. We stand now, just blocks from Brown and RISD. Together with our 5 institutions of higher education, we are attracting students from across the globe, as well as those born and raised here in Rhode Island. We educate the best and the brightest. Then they leave. Let's make Providence a place that entices them to stay. How do we do that? I will keep them here by creating a good quality of life and access to jobs. Well-paying, high-quality, sustainable jobs in growing industries. Although I see many opportunities before us, it takes a well-thought-out strategy to implement. I will roll up my sleeves and design programs and incentives to retain and grow businesses already established here while recruiting new, vibrant businesses to this city. We are in competition with the rest of the nation, and some will say globally. And we have seen businesses and jobs come and go. I will be creative, I will be proactive, and I will be diligent.